search for gold and fame. Nothing could stop them beneath the sky. Young guns of Texas riding high. All young men meet their match one day. Along the trail they ride. Fast men live on and slow men die. Young guns of Texas riding high. Guns will roar and men will fall. Then you'll hear the devil call. The trail you ride will end someday. Young guns of Texas, beware, beware. Be brave as you ride down the trail to search for gold and fame. Some will ride on and some will die. Young guns of Texas, riding high. Ride on, ride on, ride on.
Morning. Hot day. So I thought you might help me. Been looking for a patrol that might have passed this way, maybe 2 or 3 days ago. There was 6 men and an officer. You awake?
Ain't they heard the war's over?
I thought you might have noticed them. 6 Rebs and a Union captain. There was a woman with them.
Yeah, I remember the woman.
Everybody does. Did you happen to notice when they left?
Does that woman mean something to you?
I've never seen her. Is the saloon open?
It's open, but you won't like it.
Buy a drink?
Don't say I didn't warn you.
Jeff. Are you still trying to get rid of them shin plasters?
These are greenbacks, U.S.
The bet was $3, metal.
These greenbacks are as good as any metal.
You keep them and I'll keep the metal.
Oh, wait a minute, boy. Easy, boy.
Turn him loose so I can handle him.
Want to put your money on that, Charlie?
Now, wait a minute. Get your hands off me.
Turn him loose and I'll show you.
Double or nothing?
Anything you want.
I will do this right. Down at the corral. My man wins, I don't owe you, right?
Right.
What's your name?
Tyler. Now, what's going on in this town?
Old Charlie bet he'd hit the first man came through the saloon door. Till you butted in, I figured it'd be Pike.
Mike?
Glendenning's foreman. They mostly work for Glendenning. Watch him. And watch that right hand, too. Keep away from him. He don't even use his left to eat with. Now watch that gun. When he shoots, it's Katie bar the door. One on Charlie. I'll take that. Come on, kid, give it to him. Where are you heading? Well, just thought I'd get me a beer, Luke. Ain't you forgetting something? You fight pretty good for an Eastern boy.
Yeah, well, I went to a good school.
Figure on staying around here a while?
Looking for patrol that passed through here. Captain of 6 men.
And a woman with him.
Yeah, that's right. You know where they're headed?
Seems like peace makes strange bedfellows. 6 Johnny Rebs and a blue belly captain. Be in such a hurry. What do they call you?
Tyler.
Your patrol headed south 2 days ago. Took the Comanche Trail toward the Big Bend country.
How far is it to Mexico?
It's far enough. Depends on which trail you take.
Thanks.
It's all right. Figure I owe you a favor.
All right, what happened to it?
Well, don't get in an uproar.
I asked you what happened to the money.
Well, it looked like he was gonna lose. So I bet it on old Charlie.
You idiot.
2 to 1 he gets up. I'll take it. You bet 2 to 1?
Keep your paper.
Why, it's good you asked.
All right, you're on. 2 to 1 he gets up.
Hey, Tyler!
What do you want?
Me? Well, I don't want anything. I just figured that since you haven't got the price of a meal, you might be interested in a little free barbecue.
Not at your prices, friend.
Well, just thought we might talk about that patrol.
What about this barbecue?
Oh, it's a church social. I have it every year.
You are a member of the church?
No. But you might as well know it. My old man's a preacher.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. For a while, I thought I couldn't trust you.
You're a man of little faith, Brother Tyler.
Little faith. And no money the way things turned out.
Told you I'd try to help you.
Well, fair enough. Now, look. The patrol is heading down the Comanche Trail to the Big Bend country. I could use your help.
Well, I didn't tell you that.
Well, you didn't tell me anything.
Look, all I know is the patrol came into town with a girl and a captain, and there was a sergeant called Dixon. They bought supplies and left. Paid for 'em in Yankee gold.
Well, there's 30,000 more where that came from.
30,000?
That's right. They have it with them.
Were you part of this patrol?
Mm-mm.
Yeah. You got your hands on that 30,000. What would you do?
Take it back where it belongs.
Take it back? Why?
Let's just say I'm a good citizen.
How's the water, Jeff?
Where do you think you're going? Oh. Tyler, meet Morgan Coe.
I heard Lily's back, and I figured she'd be at the dance.
So will Glendenning and Pike and the boys.
Well, there's not much he can do. He's already fired me.
Hey, he'll think of something.
Well, I haven't danced with her in a year, and I just thought I'd go up there.
Yeah. You put one hand on her, and it's going to be Katie bar the door.
I wasn't figuring on going there alone.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Preacher gets riled enough if his congregation sees me. All I need to do is show up with you.
Well, nobody asked you, Jeff. Look, maybe I'll see you up there if you think it's safe.
Wait a minute. Preacher said I never did have sense enough to come in out of the rain. Wait until I get dressed.
A little too late to stunt your growth, but you've still got time to grow a little respect for your elders.
I didn't see you coming, Pa. Want you to meet Tyler. He just got in town.
Howdy, son. Sorry to see that you're falling in with evil companions before you get a chance to put the root down.
Glad to know you, sir.
Preachers and politicians got to have the grip.
That's right. Folks like to know that their government and the church are in good, strong hands.
He's leaving in the morning. I'm going to take him down the trail.
Oh? How far are you planning on going, young fella? Jeff, why'd you bring him here?
You think I could stop him?
Morgan!
Howdy, Reverend.
What are you doing here, boy?
Well, your sign said everybody welcome.
Yeah, church picnic's like the kingdom of heaven. Everybody's welcome, but you gotta qualify. You figuring on doing a little dancing with Lily? Gun's got no place on the dance floor, so I'll take yours.
Is that all you wanted, Reverend?
No, it wasn't. But I reckon it'll do me for now. I reckon I better get the ladies to serving. Folks are more likely to stay out of trouble if they've just started into eating.
Shouldn't have come.
You've changed since you went away.
Morg, this isn't the place.
I think you're prettier.
Why shouldn't Morgan dance with her? Because old man Glendenning doesn't like it.
Well, by the looks of them, that should kind of cut down on her dancing partners.
You're sure right.
What's he got against Morgan?
Well, Morg used to work for him. Until he started going around with Lily, then the old man fired him. And when they kept on seeing each other, the old man sent Lily back east to school.
Where back east?
New England somewhere. I don't know, you'll have to ask Morg. He got letters from her. You see, Comanches raised Morg after they killed his folks. He lived with them 5 years until he was rescued. I guess some folks think some of that Comanche rubbed off.
Who rescued him?
Jesse Glendenning.
Well, now, Jesse, I didn't know you were going to honor us.
Oh, Lily wanted to come. Now I'm sorry I listened to her.
You can't refuse a pretty girl like that. Sending her back east to school, that certainly has agreed with that child. Hey, I see you've put on a few new hands. That don't hardly make sense with beef cattle selling around here for $3 or $4 a head.
Paying $40 a head up north. I'm making a drive to Abilene in the spring.
Well, there's no trail from here to Abilene.
Then I'll build a trail. It's drive them north or I'll go out of the cattle business.
It's worth taking a chance, all right. $40 a head. That's a lot of money, Jesse.
What this country needs is money. Then you'll see some changes.
You mean like a building for a new church? We could sure use one. That old adobe's about to wash down on our heads.
Yeah, a new church. And an ordained minister.
Ordained? Jesse, a diploma's just a piece of paper. I got my spiritual calling direct.
That may be so, Sam. But all I've got is your word on it.
It's all the dancing you get, Comanche boy. Yeah, you poop out already?
Pike.
You leave that Pike alone, you hear?
What's he gonna do?
He's gonna get himself killed.
Why doesn't somebody stop it?
Two men fight, it's a duel. Somebody tries to stop him, it becomes a war. This ain't Philadelphia.
It sure ain't.
Keep playing.
Don't do it, Morg. You'll be killed. Stop it, somebody. Why doesn't somebody stop it?
Stay out of it, or you'll be a dead gentleman.
I told you was through dancing, Comanche boy.
To use that thing. Try and look like you do. Come on. Come on, Mark.
Let him go. I'll swear out a warrant in the morning.
I'm holding you entirely responsible for this, Jesse.
There's never any doubt which side of the fence your family's on, eh, Sam?
No, sir, not where you're concerned. And let me tell you one more thing. When the good Lord decides that one man's going to run this human race, he's going to come down here and get that job done himself.
I gave Morgan his chance.
Sure, you gave him a chance. Let Pike kill him or run away from the law. Either way, you'd be rid of the boy, wouldn't you? Let me tell you something else. I'm talking to the sheriff, and you're not going to get your warrant.
The sheriff won't be back until morning.
Huh?
He's away on business.
Business. Jesse, you think everything, don't you?
Yeah, that's why I'm paying salaries instead of working for him. Come on, Lily. We're going home.
Was that true, what Mr. Shelby said?
Honey, if you start listening to criticism now, you'll spend so much time defending yourself, you won't have time for anything else.
You did want to get rid of Morgan, didn't you?
What Morgan did was up to him. I told him to leave you alone.
Why?
We've been all through this before. You're my only heir. I need the kind of son-in-law who can not only handle what I've started here, but double it, triple it if he's man enough.
And you don't think Morgan's man enough?
If I hadn't pulled that young scrub out of an Indian camp, by now he'd be nothing but a Comanche buck.
Would that make me if I marry him? A Comanche squaw?
You're not gonna marry him.
Don't be so sure.
Want me to go get her? Nah, leave her alone. She'll get over it. Take care of Whitey. Get Pike's body back to the ranch.
Where you been? I've been waiting for you.
I can't stay, fella. I gotta see Ty down the trail.
What does Ty want down that trail?
Well, you know that patrol that came by the other day?
Yeah?
Well, Ty says they got $30,000 with them.
Now, you interested in helping Ty, or you interested in that $30,000?
Well, nobody ever asked the dollar where it came from.
They've been known to question the man that carried it, though.
Well, I ain't got it yet.
You ain't likely to. You're gonna find a mescalero Apache around every one of those rocks.
Well, that's what I'm figuring on. And mescaleros ought to drive that patrol right into our lap. Pa. Will you come with me?
Jeff, I ain't going down that trail with you.
Not down the trail, just to the fork. Morgan's got to see you.
Morgan. Saddle my horse. I'll be with you in a minute. Jeff, why didn't you tell me Lily was here?
I knew you wouldn't have come.
Young lady, you better be getting back home before your father finds out about this.
I'm not going back.
They want to be married.
Married? Jeff, you know I can't do a thing like that.
Why not, Reverend?
I'm going with them. There's nothing you can do to stop me.
Yes, I can. I can tell your father.
Will you?
Look, it seems to me that you're trying to get Mr. Shelby into an awful lot of trouble.
Now, wait a minute, young fella. I'm not afraid of Glendenning.
They wanted to ask you first. If you won't do it, they'll get hitched at the mission.
Mission? Why, a young unmarried girl can't be out all night long with 3 young fellas. That's indecent.
Look, there's a priest at the mission. Let's get out of here. Come on.
I think you're right, sir. Coming, Jeff?
Glad you didn't do it, Pa. Nobody ever got anywhere bucking Glendenning.
Now, wait a minute. Don't be in such an all-fired hurry. Morgan, you line your horse up alongside of Lily there. Jeff, you and Ty get over there and be the witnesses. Take off your hats, fellas. Now, who has the ring?
I have this one.
Well, that won't do. Didn't you bring a ring with you, boy?
Well, this wedding's kind of a surprise all around, Reverend. I mean...
If, this would help. It was my mother's.
Morgan Cole, wilt thou have this woman to thy wedded wife, to live together after God's ordinance in the holy estate of matrimony? Wilt thou love her, comfort her, honor and keep her in sickness and in health, and forsaking all others, keep thee only unto her so long as you both shall live?
I will.
Lily Glendenning, wilt thou have this man to thy wedded husband, to live together after God's ordinance in the holy estate of matrimony? Wilt thou love him, comfort him, honor and keep him in sickness and in health, and forsaking all others, keep thee unto him as long as you both shall live?
I will.
Who giveth this woman to this man in marriage?
I want her found and brought back here. Search every house in the area if you have to. Wake them up. Get them out of bed. I want my daughter, and God help anybody who tries to hide her. Now get out of here and don't come back without her.
To those who God hath joined together, let no man put asunder. I now pronounce you man and wife.
Thank you, Reverend.
Now, young fella, I suggest you send that young lady home, and I'll have a talk with her father.
Well, if Mr. Glendenning wants to come to Chihuahua, I'll talk to him.
Chihuahua? You're taking that girl into Indian country.
Well, it can't be much worse than white man's country. We better be going.
Goodbye, Mr. Shelby.
Goodbye, Lily.
Take care of yourself, Pa.
Son, I've been telling myself that every morning for 40 years, and still don't seem to do any good.
We'll ride tonight and tomorrow and camp tomorrow night. So long, Pa.
So long, son.
Come on in, preacher. We've been waiting for you. Well, you find him? We found him. He came back.
What'd he tell you?
He's a pretty tough old man for a preacher.
A man can call himself anything he wants. He's no more of a preacher than I am. What'd he tell you?
Not a damn thing. Nothing. He did give out with a few opinions.
I'm not interested in his opinions.
You find any of them? What about that new kid, the one called Tyler?
He left too. They must be all together.
Tyler's following that patrol. I told him they went down the trail toward Big Bend.
Howdy, Jess. Where you been looking for me?
Well, Simon, it took you long enough to get back.
Well, I had a long way to go.
I want a warrant for Morgan Cole for murder.
It won't be necessary, Jesse. I can arrest him without a warrant.
I won't be needing you, Sheriff. This may be a long hunt.
I just got back from one wild goose chase. It won't hurt me to go on another one.
I said I don't want you.
I know you don't, Jesse. That's why I'm going. If it is murder, we'll let a circuit judge decide. I ain't pinning a badge on a lynching, legal or otherwise.
Well, now that we're getting all legal, maybe I ought to remind you that you hired Morgan Cole as a deputy last year. Maybe you aren't the man to go looking for him.
No, you don't have to remind me, Jesse. And if you hadn't have stepped in, he'd have still been with me. Now I'll get my horse.
Rider following. Make out who it is?
Well, he's by himself, so it ain't Glendenning. Let's go.
Try this. It'll help.
Ladies don't ride much back east. A little out of practice.
I know what you mean. I think you better rest now. Any sign of the patrol?
Well, you're sure hell-bent on finding this patrol, ain't you?
That's what I came down here for.
Well, can't tell. Somebody drove cattle through here and wiped out all sign of the patrol. If they came through here.
Yeah, here they are. 5 horses. One may have come through before or later.
All right, this is where we'll camp. Get an early start in the morning.
My men are tired. We'll keep on going.
I don't care about the men. It's the horses I'm worried about. This is where we'll camp.
Simon, a man can get hurt doing what you're doing.
I know that, Jesse. I've known it for a long time.
What are you so happy about?
Well, a man ought to be happy on a honeymoon, even if it ain't his own. That morgue is as jumpy as a sack full of fleas.
Come on.
Believe I'll have me a smoke.
It's a good thing the Reverend ain't here.
Don't let the old preacher fool you. Reason he's so pure is that he's already done everything he could think of. And a few things that folks thought up for him. Women, most of them. You don't have to believe me if you don't want to. But he used to be known as the greatest lover west of the Pecos. You ever notice how he walks with his head over to one side? Well, a bunch of nervous husbands grabbed him out of a saloon in Deming and hung him one night. It's the truth. He'd be dead now if the local madam hadn't run out and cut him down. For business reasons, she said. Yeah, that's why he walks with his head to one side, sort of like he's listening for something. Yep, the old man says there's nothing like being hung to reform a man. Saw the light the minute they slapped the horse out from under him.
Is that right, Morgan?
Well, not exactly, but he's close enough, I guess. I think I'll go take a look around.
Yeah, I'll go with you.
Where did you go to school back east?
Connecticut.
Oh, yeah? I wasn't too far from there.
Where did you go?
West Point.
Why did you leave?
Well, my brother was an officer in the Army and he got in some trouble.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I believe I'll turn in.
You, better get some sleep, honey. We're gonna be, up early.
These hills are swarming with mescaleros.
We know it was you following, Pa.
Yeah, I just bet you did. Well, now, how are the newlyweds? Young lady, you figuring on riding Terry Chihuahua in that outfit?
What's the matter with it?
Well, there's nothing the matter with it. I think it's pretty, but you need some riding clothes. Hey, wait a minute. There's a lady that lives down this trail who could fit you out. Yes, she could. She's just about the same size as you are.
You mean Martha Jane?
Uh-huh, if she's home.
Well, more than likely, there's some fresh cattle tracks on the trail.
How come you followed us, Pa?
Looks like someone worked you over, sir.
Well, young fella, let's just say that somebody tried to work me over. Well, come on, you young people. Let's get your gear and get out of here.
Who are these mescaleros?
You never heard of a mescalero Apache? They're gathering down in the Big Bend country. You know, Indians hate all white people, but a mescalero, he hates an Indian. They raid Comanches, Americans, Mexicans. It don't make no difference to them.
Are they making war now?
They've never stopped making more, have they, Morgan?
Well, I guess you're right, Reverend. They'll fight most anybody. But I figure we can stay out of their way.
How about the patrol?
Son, if that patrol's got as much gold as you say they have, we're going to end up having a lot of rich Indians in this country. All right, come on, let's get out of here.
That's as far as you go, Simon.
You send me back, Jesse?
That's right.
Before you do this, remember, you'll be back in town in a few days. I'll be there.
Suppose you let me worry about that.
You sending me off only means one thing. You're murdering a boy.
You can think what you like, Sheriff. But when the shooting starts, I don't want you or your conscience to back me up.
I'll take my gun. How soon you figure on catching up with them?
Tonight or tomorrow? They can only go as fast as Lily. I'll find him. Bring him his horse!
You raised that boy almost like a son, Jesse. Must be some special kind of hell for a man who's doing what you're doing.
All right, men, what are you waiting on? Let's go!
Brand. How'd they get up here?
They're a long way from home, ain't they? Your papa's really gonna bounce when he sees this.
You don't think he'll ever stop following us, do you?
Honey, your father owns something. He likes to see it stay on. That goes for land and cattle and daughters, too. Now, this Martha Jane, she lives up the road a piece. Whew, what a woman. She deals in cattle, too. Anybody's cattle. Right, Marg?
That's right, Reverend. She steals them in Texas and sells them in Chihuahua. Then she'll steal a batch in Chihuahua and sell them up here in Texas.
You ever met her, son?
No, I never met her. Heard of her.
Huh?
She sounds like quite a woman.
Yes, young fella, she's every bit of that. Now, we better spell our horses down here, because Martha Jane hears any strange noises. She has a tendency to get a little jumpy. Come on. Jane must not be at home.
Let's have a look around back.
It's me, Martha Jane!
Everybody stay where they're at. That you, Sam Shelby?
Yeah.
I recognize Morgan. Who's the other two peeping toms with you?
It's my boy Jeff. That young fella there, his name's Ty.
Tell them to crawl back around the house.
Go ahead, boys.
On their bellies. Stay and talk to me a while, Sam. Sorry you gotta lay like that. Always intended to put a door on this bathroom.
Well, now, wait a minute, Martha Jane. This don't seem very dignified.
More fitting than you standing up. You being a preacher and all. What brings you up this neck of the woods?
Morgan Cole got himself married to Jesse's daughter, Lily. And Jesse ain't exactly giving them kids his blessing.
Morgan married her? Bet Glendenning put that Pike right on his tail.
Pike's dead. Jesse's coming up here in person.
He's taking a bath, honey.
Oh, that sounds good. Feels like I've ridden through a sandstorm.
Well, help yourself. Tub's out back.
Hope she won't mind. What's her last name?
Canary. Martha Jane Canary. Your daddy knows him.
It's Jesse's daughter?
Uh-huh. Now she's Mrs. Morgan Coe. Honey, this is Miss Canary. She says she's got some clothes she thinks will fit you.
They may bag a little, but they'll do. Come on, honey. Morg, take your friends and move those cattle down the trail a ways. Temptation's a hard thing for a man to resist. Sam, saddle my horse. I think I'll ride a ways with you.
Well, Martha Jane, you know Jesse's gonna be powerfully disappointed if you ain't on hand here to greet him.
Come on, let's change. This thing's as rough as an old cob.
Hey! Kitty, bar the door.
What are you gawking at? Ain't you ever seen a pair of pants before?
Sure, but it ain't so much the crust that makes the pie as the filling.
I'm gonna have a look at the horses, so you folks shake a leg. Come on.
Miss Canary?
If you don't mind, would you please call me Martha Jane?
Yes, ma'am. I wanted to ask you, did a patrol come through here with 7 men and a woman?
Yeah, they came through yesterday.
But did they stop by here? Did you get a chance to look at the captain?
They stopped by, but I didn't talk to no captain. There was a Rev Sergeant, called himself Dixon, seemed to be leading the whole shebang. They bought a few things from me and paid with gold.
May I see those?
Don't forget where you got them.
Did you get a look at the captain?
No, he stayed back in the trail with a couple of the others. This Dixon seemed to be doing all the talking for him.
But what time did they go through?
Late. I thought they'd stay here, but they just took the stuff and left. Are you following this patrol?
Stuff worse than chewing on your own boot.
Well, you get used to it. There'll be no fires till we cross the river.
Is your family still in Philadelphia?
Not anymore. My father was killed in the Mexican War. There's just my brother and I.
You sound like a real military family.
We used to be.
Look, before we go on, I'd like to know a little bit more about this patrol you're getting us mixed up in. Now, are you figuring on catching them or joining them?
But we should be up with them by tomorrow night. Why don't you just wait around and see?
Well, I don't want to wait until tomorrow. I want to know now. Now, you're from the north. What's this captain mean to you?
The captain's my brother, Owen Duane. My name is Tyler Duane.
What's your brother doing with the Southern Patrol?
Owen's a cavalry officer. Just before the war, he married a girl from Atlanta. And I guess he just loved her so much, he just forgot what side he was on. Before the war ended, he got his hands on $30,000 which belonged to the Army and headed south before they could arrest him. He and the patrol were supposed to join General Kirby Smith, but Smith surrendered in Texas. I guess Owen just decided to keep on going.
Morgan? Morgan?
Now, you stay away from him, you hear?
Sorry for him.
Well, the others are going to start talking about us.
Why don't you stay with me more?
Well, now, how close can I stay with 6 people on a honeymoon?
Oh, Morgan, I didn't mean that. I mean, sit with me or talk with me. If
hardly talked since we've been married.
Well, now, what do you want me to say?
Don't you know, Morgan? We never used to have any trouble talking.
Well, that was before you went away.
Have I changed that much?
No, you haven't changed. It's just that... Well, I've got to get to know you. Get used to you. I'm not get... I don't know what it is.
Why did you marry me, Morgan? Do you love me? Or was it just to spite my father?
Honey, I loved you. And all I knew were the Indian camps. When you went away, it was like half of me dying inside. Now, do you think I want to do this to you? Dragging you down to Mexico with your old man on our trail? Now, what do you think Jesse's gonna do to us when he catches up, Lily? Don't you think I know what he's got on his mind? The choice I have. Look, either you're gonna be an orphan or a widow. Now, do you want to decide that? Honey, after 12 years, this isn't the wedding present I wanted for you.
Morgan. Morgan, I love you so.
Looks like she's long gone. Stove's cold.
And what about the others?
I'd say they all left together.
Then Martha Jane went with him?
I've been wondering. You don't suppose a preacher'd marry him?
He's got no authority to marry anybody.
Lots of folks down our way couldn't afford to agree with you.
Lots of folks down our way haven't agreed with me for years. Get some of the boys and look over in the drawer. See if you can find any more of my herd over there. She's made a mistake this time.
You ain't gonna change Martha Jane. This here's the original Running Iron Ranch.
I may not be able to change her, but I can make sure she hasn't got a ranch to come back to.
All right, boys, let's take a walk.
Your patrol camped here last night. Tyler, you better come and have a look.
He's dead.
Yeah, they're shot, both of them.
Apaches?
No, if it was, they'd both be scalped, I think.
That man your brother, Ty? Sorry, son. You don't have to bear them, so let's gather some rocks.
Well, come on, Jeff. The captain died broke.
Lace. Must be a woman. Get out of my way. See who's in the other one. It's that Yankee captain that passed through with a patrol. Woman must be his wife. I'll get the boys to fix the rocks.
Don't have time. I want my girl back. You two young ladies better come with me.
Well, it looks like your brother took one of them with him. This one was shot a while back, and I guess they put him out of his misery here.
What about the other one?
Oh, maybe he objected. Well, I guess that cuts down the odds some. That leaves 4.
Looks like this Dixon wants a bigger split.
How long have they been dead?
Oh, I don't know. They're still warm, but more than likely it's the sun. See those twin peaks over there? Well, that's Mule Deer. Now, we're going to head west past Mule Deer in the morning because we can't cross the Rio Grande south of here. So you're welcome to come along.
Thanks, but the patrol is still moving south.
Well, there's a couple of things I don't think they know. First of all, they can't cross the river, and they're in Indian country.
Oh, come on. We haven't seen an Indian since we started.
Son, you don't see a mescalero Apache till he wants to be seen. Right, Jeff?
I think I'll string along with Ty for a while.
Why don't you come with us? You can't help your brother now.
Maybe I want to meet the man who killed him.
I don't believe that's the reason. It's still the money, isn't it?
Well, I guess we better get bedded down for the night. Come on.
Morgan, Jeff's gone in the preacher.
Well, it looks like Jeff figured finders keepers, doesn't it?
That old fool's gonna get himself shot.
I don't know. That old fool used to be pretty handy with a gun.
He still is. That darn fool son of mine running off like that. I've been looking all over for him. Wait a minute, Ty. You're not going anyplace without me.
They're still together. Heading south.
Right into Mescalero country. If they were heading to Chihuahua, why wouldn't they have turned east through Dog Canyon or west by Mule Ear?
Maybe they just want to hold up for a while. Anyhow, we'll know pretty soon. Can't be more than an hour ahead of us.
Hit the saddle, men. We'll be starting home by tonight.
Jeff! Jeff!
Leave him be until we can stop the bleeding.
Apaches. Never saw him. Patrol up ahead. Well, let's get him off the trail and under some cover. Come on. Using bows and arrows, so they aren't too worried about the noise. It looks like you aren't going to have much of a patrol to follow.
Apaches will be back. Get the girls out of here.
Well, it's all open country back up there, so we better take them on down the wash.
We can't leave you.
We can't move him, that's for sure.
What are you waiting for? Get out of here.
Now you stay hid, you hear?
Take care of yourself, son.
You take him down the wash. I'll cover.
All right, as soon as I get around the corner, you come on. Ha! Ha!
Hi, give me a hand.
What are you trying to do?
I'm not gonna stay here flat on my back.
There's the patrol. Down this way.
Here he comes. He's got a Reb with him.
The rebel can shoot a gun. We can sure use him.
Let him get close and fire when I do. Load, Martha Jane.
You load.
Fire.
They'll be back.
Jesse!
What happened to you, boy?
You're a little late. Apache's got here first.
Where's my daughter?
She's down the wash. With your son-in-law.
You married her? I'll leave a man here with you.
You're gonna need every man you've got.
All right, boys, get out your rifles. Let's go.
Jesse's finally caught up to us. sun shall not burn thee by day, neither the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. Yea, it is even he that shall keep thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going in, thy going out, from this day forth, forever. Unto God's gracious mercy and protection we commit you. May the Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. The Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace forever. Amen.
It's funny. Jesse and the boy ending up buried side by side.
That's not so strange. They started out together. We're not going to wait for those mescalers to come back. We're going home. Think you'd be able to travel, Jeff, if we take it easy?
Sure, Pa. If you help me.
Oh, I'll always help you.
Pa, where are you going?
You folks get on your horses. I'll be back in a minute. Yes, sir, you can't be too careful with all those thieving Indians around. Glad you hit it for him, Jeff. I'm right proud of you. Young fella, I guess you'll be taking this back east to its rightful owners.
I'll turn them into the nearest army post. I've got nothing to go east for.
Nothing could stop them beneath the sky. Young guns of Texas riding high. All young men meet their match one day. Along the trail they ride. Fast men live on and slow men die. Young guns of Texas riding high. Guns will roar and men will fall. Then you'll hear the devil call. The trail you ride will end someday. Young guns of Texas, beware, beware. Be brave as you ride down the trail to search for gold and fame. Ride on.